Hello, welcome to another rendition of Math is Easy, step by step. So here I'd like to do a quick review in this part one video of finding standard deviation. This first part one video is going to go over a lot of terms. So review of mean, median, mode, and range, which is the measurement of central tendencies. And then I would also like to discuss with you the formula to find standard deviation, which is um, pretty complicated. It's how close or how far from the mean or the average. And so sometimes you're asked to find the standard deviation, how close and how far you are to the mean. So this will be a two-part video, possibly three, because it does get a little complicated. And I want to make sure I'm going nice and slow, taking it step by step. So what is mean, median, and mode? Let's take a look here. Mean, median, and mode in quick review. Remember, the mean is the sum, adding up all of the numbers to get the sum, and divide by the number that you had added up together. If you need a review, check out my video on mean, median, mode, and range. That will help. The median number is a middle number, right? In an odd set, you'll always have a middle number. Remember, you need to take your data set and rewrite them from smallest to largest. The middle number is your median, right? If you have an even data set, you still want to write those in order from smallest, 1, to greatest. Here is 4. And in a quick example, you don't have a middle number because it's an even data set. You add these two numbers in the middle, you add them up, and then divide by 2. You take the sum and divide by 2. Mode, again, is the most seen number in your data set. And sometimes, like this example here, there will be none, no mode number seen because none of these repeat. And finally, your range, again, is the largest value, smallest value. The sum or the difference between the largest value and the smallest value. Here in this example, data set 1 to 4 is the range. 4 minus 1 would be 3. So 3 would be the largest. 4 minus 1 is 3. For the largest value minus 1, the smallest value. It gives you a range of 3. So that's an example. And again, the rest of this particular video will be going over different terms and definition. If you need more information on mean, median, mode, and range, please, again, check out my videos. They have been posted. So let's take a look at some of these definition and terms. We have nominal. So nominal is a qualitative data set which there's no particular order. Um, you're only essentially reporting the mode. That would be the data set most seen, seen most often. Here, an ordinal is categorized, right? With order like first, second, third, fourth, except like a race, running a race. Person came first, second, third, or fourth, right? You're only going to be reporting the mode, what was seen most often, and the median, the middle number in that data set. Let's take a look here. Interval ratio. Interval ratio, right? That is a fixed ratio set of data, right? Where the quantitative is not really, uh, well, what makes sense mathematically. If it's quantitative, what makes sense mathematically? And all will be reported the mean. You can find a mean, median, and mode using interval ratio or quantitative data. Think about quantity of values. Okay, so here we're going to go over some definitions. We're going to go over some terms. And this is, again, a video you can rewind, fast forward if you need to. You take your time, do whatever you need to do in order to understand. We have this with the fixed ratio data, right? We have the x with the I, and that is a set of numbers, right? So this represents, in the formula, a given set of numbers, data set of numbers. Some of these numbers I've asked you in past videos to rewrite in order from least to greatest. And sometimes I've showed you examples where I did not. The average is one of those. When you see the X with the mark above it, or like here, like you see here, that is the mean. You're going to be placing the mean of the data set, right? Xi is the data set. The mean is the average. So this symbol simply means the average. Add up all the data sets and divide by the numbers you added up to get the mean. Uh, N represents the total number of the data sets. So if you had 1 through 20 in order, you would have 20 representing your N, your N. And here we see the symbol for the sum of the values. So I'm going to do my best to explain this in these two fairly quick videos. And this is our formula that you see here for the standard deviation, right? And let me just come here down below. So this is s to the second power is representing your variance. And the formula is the sum times your data set minus the means raised to the second power, all divided by n. That's the number within your data set minus 1. And the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. Essentially, that's the only difference between the two. And in the next video, I'll go over and show you an example of a data set and how we find these particular values. This can get quite complicated. I'm going to try my best to explain these in the next video. So stick with me. Hey, math is easy. Take it step by step.